it blows my mind that a guy like Connor McDavid can cross-check someone in the face, get suspended, and everybody in Edmonton makes him the victim. Like, he does a media scrum, and everybody gets around him, and they start kissing ass left and right. They're like, oh my God, how come you don't get so many penalty calls like you used to? You were like you were sixth in the NHL last year, and then you were number one, and then you were number two in the NHL years previous to that. Like, you used to get so many penalty calls. What happened? Don't you think, like, you have to puck more than everybody else? You should draw more penalties? The narrative around Connor McDavid since he entered the NHL is insane. You can't touch this guy and he falls and you don't get a tripping call. Like, Edmonton used to eat off the power play because they used to get 7 a game, and now they're so pissed that they don't get 7 a game. This Connor McDavid, since 1997, has 2,100 total minutes on ice on the power play. He's top 5. Crosby, Panarin, Kucherov are all under 2,000. And a guy like Kucherov pretty much stays out there for the entire power play. The guys like Ovechkin, who stay out for the entire 2 minutes, have more total on ice than McDavid. But him and Draisaitl are always right there. 1, 2, 2, 3, always in the top 5 and always right next to each other because they're always on the power play together. So let's recap. McDavid has over 2,100 total minutes on ice on the power play, and a guy like Matthews has 1,600. And people want to complain that Connor McDavid doesn't get enough calls, that he doesn't spend doesn't spend enough time on the power play. You got to be kidding me, Edmonton. Stop complaining. All you've done since this guy was drafted and come into the NHL is make excuses as to why you should get 7 power plays a game so you can try to win games. How about you play some defense? How about you don't try to outscore your problems every single year? How about instead of having guys like Cody Ceci and bad defensemen like that, how about you go out and actually spend some money on a good defenseman? Ekholm is the only good guy you have. Bouchard is all offense, and the Leafs have made him look stupid countless times on the ice. You overpaid Darnell Nurse. How about you go get some defense or get some defensive players instead of always thinking about offense, and not have to rely on the power play so much? It's crazy. Austin Matthews got cross-checked the guy in the face, got 2 games, and then in Toronto, no one talks about why Austin Matthews has so much less power play time than every other superstar in the NHL, why the Leafs are always bottom 5 in penalties in the NHL, why the Leafs have the puck, they create ozone time, they don't get the calls. No one's talking about that. But God forbid you suspend Connor McDavid and all of the problems in the NHL come to light, eh? It's the refs are inconsistent. They don't call enough penalties. Connor McDavid should be protected. God forbid Connor McDavid should break the rules and cross-check a guy in the face and be made the victim. I can't believe how the NHL just all turned around and said, forget that he cross-checked someone in the face. How about we look at the referees? How about we look at the rules? How about we enforce things better? How about we protect superstars? When Austin Matthews is getting targeted and cross-checked in the ribs and the back and he has to miss half the season, I don't hear anybody talking about protecting superstars. Austin Matthews got cross-checked 3 times by the Columbus Blue Jackets. Nobody said anything. He's getting cross-checked by the Boston Bruins, missing games because he's injured and his back is killing him. I don't hear anybody talking about protecting superstars. Crosby gets mauled. See, there's a thing that nobody pays attention to, and that's the last minute of a hockey game. Now, it's something very unique to hockey in that in the last minute, when the team down by a goal has the puck in the offensive zone and they're trying to score and tie things up, they have the puck, and literally you can take any player on the ice and go and attack the team that's down by a goal, take their best player and maul the guy. The worst that can happen, well, first of all, the refs won't blow the whistle because they could technically be negating a scoring opportunity to tie the game, so they won't blow it. And if you maul the guy and the worst comes to worst, you get a penalty, they got to regroup, the play stops, the clock stops, and they get a time to regroup and try to kill a 30-second power play or 40-second power play, you know? It's in the benefit of the team protecting the lead to go maul the other team's best player in the last minute of the game. It's been like this forever. It's part of the game. It's one thing that happens in hockey that doesn't happen in any other sport. In the NFL, if in the last minute of the game, when you're down by a touchdown or you need a field goal or you need to move up the field, the quarterback does no huddles, players line up, throws it, runs it, throws it, runs it, and then they're down the ice. It's in hockey, it's very unique that you get this last minute, you get these 60 seconds to pretty much do whatever you want to do to the other team that's trying to tie the game up, because if the referees have to blow down the play and stop play while they have the advantage on the ice with having an extra guy on the ice and having the puck possession and everything like that, it's to their detriment. So, yes, you want the referee to blow down the whistle. You want Garland to get that penalty because he's holding on to McDavid. But what are you going to do with a 15-second, 20-second power play? I mean, it happens at the end of every game. The other team's best player who's in and around the net looking for the puck, looking for a one-timer, looking for a shot, he's getting hacked, he's getting slashed, he's getting held. There's a million things going on, and it's been part of the game forever. No one's ever complained about it until it happened to Connor McDavid. I think it's very disingenuous and very lame that a guy like Draisaitl will come out and say, I think we should protect the stars. He wasn't saying that when Austin Matthews was getting mauled and cross-checked and his back was hurt. He wasn't saying that when Sidney Crosby was getting mauled for years. Ovechkin, he's one of those rare superstars that's built like, you know, like a steel rod. The guy is... You guys built so tough, you can't run him because if he hits you, it's going to hurt. So Ovechkin protected himself. Guys like Crosby, guys like Matthews, guys like, you know, Mitch Marner or the Hughes. I mean, the best players on the ice get mauled in the last minute of the game. That's just what happens. And it's been happening forever. But just because it happened to Connor McDavid, it's now a huge thing. It's very disingenuous. All you do is you care about one guy. You want one guy to be favored over everybody else. And I don't think it should be that way. Connor McDavid got what he deserved. He cross-checked the guy in the face. He crossed the line and he shouldn't have. You guys tell me your thoughts.